What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Queen Talks Crime, and I am back with another video. Please like, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll know what every time I come through with another video. Okay? So let me get it together, y'all. Let me get it together. Okay, so at first, what I'm going to bring to you is a case in New Jersey. Woman ties foster child to fan with chains and padlocks, police say. This is from Newsweek. This was posted yesterday. Okay, a New Jersey woman has been arrested after a 12-year-old child was found chained to a fan inside a Newark home. Windsor Brown, 66, is accused of 2 counts of endangering a child's welfare after police visit a property in the 500 block of Clinton Avenue for a wellness check on the 12-year-old boy at 10:10 a.m. on February the 10th. When officers located the boy, who was under the foster care of Brown, he was confined to a bedroom and tethered to a fan by chains and padlocks. According to Newark's Public Safety Director Anthony Ambrose, the boy was taken to University Hospital for evaluation and then released to the custody of the New Jersey Department of Child Protection and Permanency. It is not clear how long the boy had been tied up. Okay? Ambrose said a teacher had asked Newark police to conduct a wellness check on the 12-year-old. Shout out to the teacher. You know, when you see something, say something. Do not allow anything suspect to you see and you wonder, especially concerning children, and you don't report it or ask questions or find out, you know, because if you're concerned, I'm pretty sure it's reasons that stood out with that child. So shout out to the teacher for noticing it and reporting it and asking the police to stop by and do a welfare check on the child. So shout out to the teacher. Thanks to the courage of a concerned teacher who requested a wellness check, this foster child was rescued. So shout out to you. Ambrose added in a via WABC. We are investigating this incident along with the Essex County Prosecutor's Office to gather as much information as possible about how and why this child was put in this horrific situation. We are pleased that he's now safe, and we are grateful that his teacher suspected that he was in need of police assistance. The incident remains under investigation by the Special Victims Unit of the Newark Police and the Essex County Prosecutor's Office. These charges are merely accusations. Ambrose added, the suspect is presumed innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. Public schools in Newark have been teaching remotely for the entire year as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. The New Jersey Department of Child Protection and Permanency has been contacted for further comment. This is a photo of the lady. Okay. Last month, 3 people in Oklahoma was arrested on suspicion of keeping a 5-year-old locked in a dog cage. The child's grandparents, Mary Duranda, 59, Charles Duranda, 63, were charged along with 46-year-old Jeremy Cook, following a month-long investigation by Nakoma Park Police Department. Police said Mary Duranda was the girl's legal guardian and Cook was a regular visitor to the home. Officers said the child had been locked in a dog cage for lengthy periods and was forced to live in deplorable and hazardous conditions. The home in Nakoma Park was said to have been horrific. Y'all can, like I said, if you're interested in want to know the source, it's Newsweek. Okay? Newsweek. This is the source. Newsweek. Okay? So you can go there and see the case. But this happened. This is a New Jersey woman who ties foster child to fan with chains and padlocks. Like I said, this is a very sick and horrendous situation. Like I said, shout out to the teacher who noticed signs that indicated something was going on with the 12-year-old child. I am glad that the teacher reported to the police because now she saved this 12-year-old child's life. So shout out to the teacher for saving the child's life. Period and point blank. So shout out to you for doing that. Okay. So we're going to go to the Missing Cow City Boys. I'm going to answer a few questions of my last video that I did post. And like I said, what I'm just was talking about, that was New Jersey. All right. So we still have foster parents that are getting these children and abusing them. So when you see something, say something. People are collecting money for horrendous reasons to fostering children and are mistreating children. And this was a 12-year-old boy, okay, that was being changed up like he was an animal, and he's not an animal. He's a human being. All right, so let's get to these comments. All right, Gail Thornberry said, I hope the FBI bugs their house. Margaret Lee Reed, I saw the younger child's photo and thought fetal alcohol syndrome, but Roro still loves them. Helen Nick says, you got that right. Itzy says, I love your style and you are so right. Why would they grieve if someone passed? Bang, you said it. Appreciate you, Itzy. Thank you. Itzy also says, lives may have been ended with the West. Poor babies, I know what it's like to have no one care about you, and that can be a horrible life for a child because they don't have the skills to work through it. God bless these poor little babies. I agree. Gail Thornberry, I believe that if CPS gives any more children to the West family, they will kill them too, just like they killed the boys. I agree. Safini Cunning, none of the foster parents and families come out to say they missed the babies and how they were with them. They never cared for these babies. They are so mad they are attacked by the people, but take 1 minute. If this was their own babies, oh boy, they would be crying and asking for help and talking to media. No one attacked these families, and all they do is people are attacking them. What kind of people they are. I believe you. Jenny Clark says, Hot Mess Wanda, you got the name right. Facts, Jenny. Rena S says, I believe in psychics. We are all here blessed with the gift. Everyone has a sixth sense. I listened to some psychics that I believe in, and they said the boys are by sand and water, and eventually they will be found. I know detectives that use psychics to solve murder cases also. I've heard of that. Rosemary and said, that's why Trezel's old man sitting at mommy and daddy's house behind the gate, because my honest opinion, I think he left them boys in that van that mommy and daddy has right now. And I bet you have the cops went there and did the forensic test on that, then I guarantee they'll find the boys' DNA in that van. That's why he went and got a different van after the boys went missing. All right, Rosemary. Veronica says, would PTSD disqualify a person from fostering? I believe so, Veronica, because with PTSD, you could snap at any moment and switch up, and you could be very confused in a lot of situations and altered. You know, I know they might have medication out there for it, but I don't see CPS taking a chance on giving a whole human life to someone who is suffering from PTSD. I don't personally believe that will qualify a person for fostering a child. I think that would disqualify. Lauren Golden says, which video of everyday shenanigans at the source spoken? I believe I already replied. But I don't see it. Okay. So Laura Golden, go to everyday shenanigans and go to the title where it says, it has the source word inside the title. It was a long name. I can't really remember the whole title of the video. Everyday Shenanigans said, my baby sis, I got mad love for you, girlfriend. Facts. Love you too, Everyday Shenanigans. Latasha says, do you know the name of the boys' fathers or who are the fathers? No, I do not, Latasha. I do not know. But I can look around for you. RJ Jr. says, my heart breaks for Classic and Sincere. I honestly don't know what to believe about this case pertaining to Ryan Dean. The source from Everyday Shenanigans stated that after Sincere was born, he couldn't breathe because Dean smoked a lot of marijuana during her pregnancy. A different source stated that both babies were born with a fetal alcohol syndrome. At this point, I just want to know where are the boys. Both children, I believe, was born with issues, but at 3 months, the oldest child had a broken femur and past bruising to the child, which caused CPS to get involved. The last child was born with breathing issues, could not breathe on his own and early, and suffered from fetal alcohol syndrome. Hi, Queen Talks, new sub. There are two queens in my feed now. You and Everyday Shenanigans. You are both great. Both good-hearted people that care about children. The Sweet Babies did not stand a chance from the get-go. So sad. Sorry I missed your live. Thank you for the discussion. By the way, your hair is beautiful. It looks great. Thank you. Hydra Kamama. Eddie P, you look bomb with your hair like that. Thank you, Eddie P. Patricia. Ooh. To prove Trezell search for them, GMA showed footage of his van leaving, but never said he was only gone 6 minutes or that. Jacqueline never searched. Yeah, we're aware of that. That was so disrespectful to those little boys. It literally made me sick the whole day. Mr. Jamal Watkins said he's doing everything to find them. Like, what? But we all know Jamal ain't doing nothing to find those kids. Odisha Gator says, well, if they so-called grieving, then tell where they are so they can be found. They all deserve to go to jail. I agree. Miss St. Louis Blues Hockey. Great video, Queen. Thank you for cleaning out the nonsensical craziness in the comments. No problem. I do not like no BS in my comment section. People are free to, write down how they feel or their opinions or questions in this case. Just, be respectful. You want respect, right? So respect the other person. That's all I'm saying. All right, Debbie says, why didn't the police look up the West for neglect for the two boys when they were told by the West that they put the boys in the cold? Why didn't they lock them up for neglect? I mean, that's a good question. I mean, I guess some kids do play in the cold. I'm not sure why they didn't lock them up. I'm sure they want to lock them up or they want them to be very, comply with them and be, communicative as possible. So I believe that's why they probably didn't. They want them to cooperate as much as possible. So if you lock them up, they're going to just shut down and quiet and be quiet. So, I mean, I'm thinking that's why they probably didn't lock them up right away for neglect. Because, I mean, we need to be able to prove it in a way too. But I'm sure they want more evidence before they lock them up. I'm sure they want more evidence to be able to prove what they're shooting for. So right now, I believe they're just investigating and collecting all the evidence they can. So when they do arrest them, it can stick and they won't be able to get out on any type of bond. Okay. Joels Martinez says there's no CPS conspiracy. Everyone gets an opportunity to get their children back. Some have harsher guidelines, but what is a guideline when it comes to your seed? Facts, Joels. Say that again, boo. Say that again. Unmasked District Unmasked Truth FEMA District said this interview was just damage control for the West Watkins. I noticed Wanda said that T and J were good parents instead of good parents. Jamal definitely wanted to make sure to distance themselves from Giselle and Jacqueline publicly. I'm praying we'll get some answers soon. I did see that, Unmasked FEMA District. I did see that. They all are distancing themselves from Jacqueline and Trezell. What does that tell you guys? If they are distancing themselves from the situation, they don't want no part of it. It does show that they might not be believing or know that they did something to these children as well. But that's their family, so they're covering for their people. But Platinum Blondie said, but the West didn't qualify to be either foster parents or adoptive parents because they were struggling financially. This is what I heard. I mean, I heard the same thing. But like I said, it's possible they could have both had jobs and substantial income. Like I said, with possible what we heard of Giselle being in the military, probably got some type of check. Plus, you don't know if Jacqueline was working and they might have stopped working afterwards. Afterwards, that check started rolling in, they probably stopped working and started living off that money. And that's my opinion on that. Be Truthful says, not only did she say grieving, she first said, I quote, as far as I knew, they were great parents. Then she said grieving. Miss Hot Miss Wanda, you told the truth in the interview with ABC. You should have kept your mouth shut. Jamal, you and your fake tears, give me a break. Y'all ever talk about is y'all. Never, and I repeat, never do y'all say their names or we want them back. Jamal, you can't even say you missed them, so please take your fake tears and get off your butt and search for the boys and do more. Be Truthful, I agree with you. Thank you for your comment, love. Renee Fulcher. Now, 2 teen girls, 14 and 16, are missing from Kern County. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of missing children in California City or just in that town, period, in Kern County. There are a lot of missing children. What are y'all doing with these kids? Susan Beckney says, I just feel sick to my stomach knowing what the boys went through. I think you are right. God maybe sent the babies here to take down all the evil people. It's sad, but sometimes bad things have to happen to clean up the mess that some people cause. I hope the babies are in a peaceful place. I agree, Susan Beckney. I believe they are. Okay, let me delete this person. All right. Maureen says, I'm crying for these beautiful boys that never had a childhood or a life. I agree. Sis Yang says, I totally agree with you. Please go watch this video. Okay, I will. Marshall says, everyday shenanigans, truth and fact. Always stay woke. I agree, Marshall. My Blue Moon says, in my opinion, a cadaver dog needs to go through their yard. I think the boys were burned in the fire in the backyard when the fire department was called. Then they cleaned their yard and burned what was left behind their shed, in my opinion, which isn't worth much. That's very possible, my Blue Moon. Tara Kreider says self-defense. I didn't think of that. Yes, ma'am. That's what I believe. That all the hot mess Wanda and her family are just setting up for self-defense if something goes down. Esther says, you are very right. CPS's case is not every CPS case is not the same, but they do give everyone a chance to get your kids back. It's up to you, the parent, if you do the classes or if you do counseling or if you do what is required by them. I'm on no side, but everyone is accountable for what happened, in my opinion, and I agree with you. We are on no sides over here, but on the side of the children. And everyone is accountable for what happened to these babies. Marshall says, I don't know, but my feelings are the hot mess is throwing out clues. Just my opinion. I agree. She's throwing out a lot of clues, and she don't even know she's doing it. Hot Mess Wanda. I wonder why Wanda the second haven't said anything. Wanda's daughter, Marshall. I agree. I'm surprised she hasn't came out and spoke. I wonder why. Probably not want to be in the... Marshall also says, congrats last night. That source made me think. Yes, I'm so glad that source spoke out. Tina Monroy. Hi, Queen. You're so very beautiful, and I just love those fingernails. Thank you, Tina Monroe. Sweet Tea's Mama Hearing says, I had a dream last night that an old man told someone where the boys are. It was a weird dream. He kept saying, where's the microphone? It was like a dream in parts. But I know there was an old man saying he has to tell a microphone where the boys are. Wow, that's deep. But yeah, so shout out to everybody. I love y'all. Shout out to my old subscribers, my new subscribers. Like I said, I'm not going to be on here long because I have something to do tonight. But I want to bring y'all that case in New Jersey about the 12-year-old boy, foster child, who was basically abused and neglected and chained like he was an animal to a fan. You don't treat children like that. What you do will come back and haunt you. Whether now, 20 years from now, 5 years from now, tomorrow. You cannot treat humans like they're animals. You don't even treat animals like that. We have to... When you see something that isn't right or don't sit well with you, report it. Report it. That's what we can do as civil citizens, is report what we see that could possibly save a child's life. So once again, shout out to the teacher in this case that reported it, because you saved his life. Yes, he went back to the foster system, so we don't know what else, but maybe he'll have a better chance with a new family. Okay? Maybe this time he will get a better chance with a new family. But they get abused at all ages, from birth till they old enough to get up out of there. These children get abused. All right? So, but it doesn't say in that said case information, it doesn't say how the child ended up in foster care. But obviously, there was an issue somewhere with him and his parents. CPS obviously can remove the child and put the child in foster care. So, like I said, I'm not sure because they did not put it in the they didn't put it in the case, in the story, in the source, how the boy got to CPS custody, but they just told about what happened when he was with the foster family. Okay, so you're free to go back to that source. Newsweek is the source for that case, and that was in New Jersey. So all around the world, people are getting abused and neglected. From birth parents on to adoptive and foster parents. This is going on everywhere, okay? So, what we can do, because people always want to know, well, what can I do? What can we do? What we can do is, when we see something, say something. And I hope this adoptive parent gets life for abusing this child. How do you chain him up with padlocks to a fan? How is that child supposed to go to the bathroom? How is he supposed to eat locked up to a fan? Make it make sense, people. It don't. But you have sick people out here that are eager to get their hands on children. And you always got to question why, what's their motive, why, what, when, where, and how. But I saw that recently, and I wanted to bring y'all that case. Like I said, we're still going to, like I said, stay caught up with the missing Cal City babies, but we're also going to bring other cases to the table because this stuff is happening everywhere. There's murders, child abuse everywhere. So everything needs to be brought to the table and put on the forefront. So I will have the adoptive parents' picture on my thumbnail, so you'll be able to see it on my thumbnail, okay? So I'm getting ready to get up off here, but I love you guys. Shout out to my old subscribers and my new subscribers, okay? Share, like. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for subscribing. I will be back soon, and make sure you hit the post notification bell so you know what every time I come through with a new video. All right, y'all have a great night. Peace.